Hola! So, I am learning accumulation. I'm also accumulating knowledge. We are going to be Let's Wandering Rio de Janeiro. As you can see, everything is different. I am not currently streaming on Facebook. I am currently streaming on Twitch. Uh, yeah, things are going to be a little bit different. The Twitch streaming platform is also very different compared to Facebook. There's chat, super chats. Wait, no, I think that's a YouTube thing. But there's also a bunch of like other weird things. So one of the biggest differences is that on Twitch, I'm actually going to be streaming. I'm expecting to be streaming for about 2 hours. Sorry about the dogs in the background. I might only go for an hour and a half depending on what all I can find. With that being said, the entire time is not going to be purely educational. I am going to be aiming to try to teach about some of the big places, but I'm also just going to be wandering for about roughly half the time. Especially in a place like Rio, it's really easy to just get lost. I did look around a little bit beforehand. It's a very, very pretty place, but I do want to give you a heads up. There will be a lot of stuff that might freak people out in terms of like heights. So just a heads up on that note. I also, later on, I do have a pretty big announcement that I will be announcing, let's say in an hour at roughly 6 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time, and then 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Time zones are weird. Also, let me know in the chat if you can hear me very well. I didn't really get a chance to test the audio, so I don't know if, like, the way I talk is loud enough. If not, I have ways to get louder. Yeah. But yeah, so, like I said, I'm expecting about 2 hours. Might just do an hour and a half, but we'll see. So, to start off with, what we are looking at right now is called Chrysler Redeemer. He is a giant statue that most people have heard of. It's the only, still, what was it? It's the only wonder of the world that's still in its original form. Like the pyramids over in Giza, while they do still exist, they are nowhere near what they originally were. But Chrysler Redeemer is pretty much the exact same. It wasn't even built that long ago. Oh, you hear me well? Perfect. Cool. So Chrysler Redeemer, it was completed only in 1931, so less than 100 years ago. But we are coming up on 100 years because it's 2021, like 10 more years. But it's 98 feet tall, so just under 100 feet, and it is horizontally outstretched arms, so you know the arms. Those stretch out 92 feet, so almost as wide as it is tall. So let's see if we can get a bit closer. I would love this view. This reminds me of Mount Olympus over in Greece. Because in my VR headset, I'd like to go to just various mountains. And this definitely reminds me a lot of Greece. Ooh, pretty. I would love to be able to just go up in the skies and then just fly around, just go swimming in a sea of clouds. That's a really good picture. So I'm not really getting that close. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. Here's an up-close picture. Looks like he's wearing sunglasses. Don't know why. But whenever it was originally built, it was approved by President Epitacio Pessoa, my bad. And it was ceremoniously started on April 4th of 1922. It doesn't start at the time just yet. It was just ceremonial. Because They only announced that it started then, but there was like a whole deal that just it was crazy. I'll get into it later, but it's complicated. Um, but the actual constructions didn't actually start until 1926, even though it ceremoniously began in 22, and then it was completed in 1931. I always thought that it was like a missed opportunity that like the Rick Riordan series, like Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, all those, Magnus Chase. I always wish that they actually did show up at this particular place. Like, I get that like it's not Greek or Roman or whatever, but like, you could make some serious stories after this. Here's some statues. Sorry, get distracted by something. See if we can get like a farther away. Cause like this wide open area, it's a nature park that you can go to. Hey, taking a selfie with Christ. I'm assuming that we are inside the construction? Considering that this is Google Maps, I could also be in a completely different part of the world. What is happening? I am on Christ's shoulder. This is something I was not expecting. Oh, to be a statue all day looking down at a city and judging silently. What if I can? I can. No, that's a screensaver. There's these other buttons over here that I want to check out. Also, oh, cool. Also, quick reminder: whenever you type in chat, there's like a roughly like 30-second delay. So it might, whenever you chat, it might take a bit for me to actually see it. These pictures are incredibly well made. Kudos to the person that actually had a really good camera to go out here. And no, I don't know who these two are. But we have 2 hours to kill, so I can find out who they are. I'm gonna go with Google. And also, whenever I search things during these streams, I'm not going to be like searching them on the screen that you see, just because I have no idea what Google's going to show me, and I don't want my channel to be taken down by Google. Although that would be a cool story to tell my grandkids, if I ever have any. Statues at the feet of Christ the Redeemer. Oh, Britannica. Gonna change around the view a little bit, just so that way there you're not just staring at the same thing all the entire time I'm researching. Also, can we talk about the fact that Christ is T-posing? Like, I get that T-posing wasn't a thing at the time, but like, come on. And T-posing, for those who don't know, in video games, whenever you make a model of a character, you have to do the T-pose, which is literally that pose, with their arms spread out wide, so that way there you can make sure you get all the details correct. It's become like a meme for the video game community, where people just T-pose and it's just funny. Because whenever games glitch, they sometimes make the characters go into a T-pose in the most ridiculous situations. Actually, I could probably look something up on YouTube. If you're that curious, let me know in the comments, and I'll look something up on YouTube. Wikipedia, don't fail me now. Just gonna give you all a different view to look at. Give you this amazing view of the trash. I like the staircase. No, not that. No, stop it. If I could spell statue, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I'm not reading through Wikipedia. I do not have that kind of attention span right now. So I'm just trying to quickly find the two statues. If we can just type two statues. Two statues. They don't like to talk about those two statues. I'm just going to assume that they're bad people and move on. They're probably not, but I don't actually know. Also, another quick reminder, I am using Google Maps Street View. I am using the internet while I'm also streaming and playing music. So, it may get slow on occasion. And it might, like, look really pixelated for a little while. Yeah, if you want me to look up YouTube videos while we're doing this, as long as I can make sure that there's no copyright stuff in it, we can just watch YouTube. So, while we're looking at this gorgeous view, let me see if I can get closer. Here we go. Alright, so the whole reason why it was like a whole mess with the, not really a mess, but like complicated to actually get the artist behind the statue is because they didn't actually have an artist when they first thought about doing it. Instead what they did is that they held a competition. So the person who ultimately won the competition was the Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. He was chosen on the basis of sketches of a figure of Christ. But in his original sketches, he was holding a cross in his right hand and then the world in his left. So originally it was supposed to look very different. Let me get a new view. Oh, this is really pretty. Oh, this must be the... Oh, this is the same arm. Let me go over to the other arm. Hey. I just realized, if you got up here, you could wear an angel costume, and a friend could wear a devil costume, and you could literally be the devil and the angel on Christ's shoulder. Now that would be funny. Anyway, so the two things that were changed, the cross and the globe, whatever. That was changed when a different artist helped with the designs, who was also a Brazilian artist, named Carlos Oswald. He helped to basically get rid of the excess stuff to make it more, possible to build it in the first place, but also to just make the design a little bit better. But also, There was another artist that helped with this. This time it was a French artist named Paul Landowski. He basically finalized what this statue would turn into. Like the main part of the design, making sure that it would actually work from an engineering point of view. Am I in Christ's head? No, I have to be in the shoulder. Or like chest area. Chest of Christ. That would be a great exercise title. Let's see what Euro is. Now this is a screenshot of a picture. So, while you're here, so the statue is the largest Art Deco style sculpture in the world. So that's part of one of the reasons why it's considered one of the 7 wonders, because it's giant. And then in 2006, just a random fun fact, it was the statue's 75th anniversary, and so a chapel was built at its base to consecrate Our Lady of, I believe it's pronounced Aparecida, who is the patron saint of Brazil. Which, just a reminder, Rio de Janeiro is in Brazil. Ooh, what is this? So, cool thing I found on my phone, especially Google Lens, is that they have a translate function. So I'm going to see if I can read that. Because the official language of Brazil is Portuguese. While I do know some Spanish, Portuguese is different enough to where if you do it wrong, you will get horrible mistranslations. It is forbidden to climb on the personal guard. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there's literally English underneath it. What are you doing? Wasting people's time. Twitch just got to where I'm looking at, so that's how you know that this live stream is behind. Pretty. You know, if I was good at Photoshop, which I'm not, I would put the Chrysler Redeemer statue like right in that like lake of sun right there in the middle. That would look so pretty. So let's just start exploring the trails. I got time to kill. So this park is called the Tejuka National Park, spelled Tijuca. I don't know why I was expecting to catch up to the van. If we caught up to the van, there's a problem. Also, in case y'all were curious, which I know all of you are, there is a donation button that should be either below the video or to one of the sides. If you would like to donate, I would greatly appreciate that. But don't worry if you can't. It's not a big deal at the moment, or really at all. I would like to start doing this as like an actual job, but we're still a ways off from doing that. Go to the base. Drop the base. Redeemer would be, I think, that direction-ish. Probably. Maneras convocado. Chrysler Redeemer. I don't know what that. I want to know what that term is. Hold on. I think it's something to do with bread, but I could be completely wrong. Oh, that's just the name of Chrysler Redeemer. Corcovado Pioneers. Go. So the national park that we're currently in, the Tejuka National Park, it's the largest park in Rio. And the original rainforest at the park was destroyed in roughly the 19th century. And the biking trail, which I'm not sure if we'll be able to see, is about 6 kilometers long. So it's a pretty long bike ride if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not. I'm good. I am solid. This is definitely a cafe where a hipster goes to find themselves, you know? I just really need to just clear my head, you know? God, nobody understands me. Definitely wears a man bun. Maybe I should start doing that, roasting places. Let me know in the comments. Would you listen if I started roasting places? Here's a cool top-down map. Another cool fun fact, but I don't want to do it just yet. Let me see if I can get it good. Oh, this is a tram? That's cool. I wonder if it's free or if it has a cost. Ooh, he took a picture with his eyes closed. Mistake number 1. There's a red light. Like, obviously that's to, like, whatever that box is. But, like, my first thought was, what's it called? The, Jurassic Park movies. Which, weird thing, I've never seen any of the actual Jurassic Park movies. I've watched the Jurassic World movies, never watched the Jurassic Park movies. Because, like, dinosaurs are cool and all. I just don't want to sit down for 2 hours, watch it. actual. Well, that's still in the middle of nowhere. Oh look, a tree. Y'all want to play a game of I Spy? Just use the entire city of Rio de Janeiro. Like, I spy something green. Is it that one tree 10,000 miles away? You got it! Also, for those who wonder why there's occasionally just a blurred out space, there's a bunch of different reasons why it could be. Based on how jagged this looks, it looks like the image just corrupted. Like, you can see that, like, it's super jagged right here. If it's something that's like a house that people request to be removed, that's more of like straight lines. It's more of a box. But if it's something random like this and there's jagged, odds are the image just corrupted, which happens. 360 cameras, as powerful as they are, they make mistakes all the time. So, I mean, I guess it's as good a spot as I need to tell this next fun fact. It's really not as big of a build-up as I've been giving it. But the national park used to be a coffee and sugar plantation. So there is a gazebo that I wanted to see. So let me... Where? Where's the search function? Am I crazy? Or is there's no search? What's happening? Can I... Well, at least it gives me something. Alright. Oh, that's just... Where's the gazebo? Ah, here it is. Just a reminder, I'm seeing this place mostly new with all of you, so I don't really know where things are. Here it is, the gazebo. So, this is called a favela, which is basically just a gazebo. It was built in 1860. It has murals and paintings that were done by the Brazilian artist Candido Portinari. So we can get here's closer. But yeah, this is over 100 years old. Built in 1860, so how old would that be? 120 years? No, more than that. Why can I not do basic math? 1960, 2060, minus 40, 60, 160 years. 161 years if you want to be technical. I can zoom in, haha. So let's go to the next place, I guess, because there's not really a lot to look at. Oh, pretty. Let's look at the family, but like more importantly, let's look at the mountain. Also, what would y'all say if I were to start roasting the people that we see? I'm never going to do it, but I'm curious what your opinion is. So the next place on my list, Sugarloaf Mountain. We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. For those who get that reference, I appreciate you. For those who don't, look up Charlie the Unicorn on YouTube. Prepare to be horribly scarred. It's the Sugarloaf Mountain. It's literally just a mountain. But there is that thing that you can ride from one peak to the other. I would be terrified. Like, I know it's safe because, like, thousands of people go through this, like, every day. But, nah, I'm good. But in Portuguese, it's called Pau de Açúcar, which is just Sugarloaf Mountain. And the peak is about 1,300 feet. Or roughly 400 meters. I would love, I will never do this, but I would love to be able to just go hang gliding, and then, or parachuting, and then go from here, and then go all the way down into that water. Just like, what a flex that would be. So, there's really not much to this. I tried looking for a history. Nothing really happened on the mountain. It's just a cool looking mountain. With that, the rail car. Or whatever it's actually called. Again, another perfectly screenshotable picture. Just double checking something. Sorry, being quiet. No, go away. Hi, I'm back. Sorry. Let's continue. Because I'm loving these views. I don't know about you, but like, I am terrified of views in real life. But if I can get virtual, oh my god! Can I screenshot? Do I have a way to screenshot? I don't want to screenshot, but I really want to screenshot. Alright, don't I have a clip button somewhere? Clip that. Cool. I just made a 30-second clip. I just figured out how to do that. I don't know where it went. I don't know what it was saved to. But, yeah. Actually, I should probably find out where that was saved to. Let's save my boost. I'll figure it out later. Whatever. But yeah, my god, look at that picture. with the rolling clouds in the background, hiding that little mountaintop underneath it. Whew. Make a man jealous. Also, if that's a reference because it sounds like a reference, I don't actually know what it would be a reference to, so my bad. There's not many people here during the time of day. It's not straight up, so I'm gonna guess it's probably like 10-ish a.m. Or no, the saturation link's weird. Probably closer to like 3 or 4 p.m. I could just stare at this for the next hour. But I know that y'all want to see the place, so let's keep looking. I think I mainly got up here, so let's try it up here. New nightlight picture. Which, whenever y'all get the chance, look up the image that was taken from space of the nighttime view of the world. Because it is trippy. Because the bigger the city, the more lights you can actually see of the city. It's just insane. Ooh, people. Oh, she looking at the camera. Looks like water that would be like really fun to swim in. Like, it definitely doesn't look like they get good waves, so they definitely don't surf that well. But like, who needs waves when you have these kinds of views? Like, dang. So let me see if I can get a bit of a picture from over here. Is this a drone view? Yeah, this is definitely a drone view. Oh, it's a selfie stick. What up? There's that other mountain that we were just on. Yeah, like I said before, there's really not much to talk about Sugarloaf Mountain. There's not much history to it. It's a mountain with trees on it. It's just pretty to look at. Not everything needs a reason. Some things can just exist to just be pretty. Some things can even just exist that don't even have to be pretty. She definitely wants to be pretty. And she can slay. I keep thinking that that's like a helipad. I don't think it is. She missing her bottom half. He missing his top half. Ooh, it could be the same person. Oh wait, no, there's the dress. It is the same person. It is a helipad. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. Well, maybe. Why is that green? Why is the top of the blades green? I'm googling that. that looks like a whole explanation that I'm not going to read right now. Let's go more down here. I have nothing to teach about this area, because again, there's really not much to the mountain. So I'm just going to pick a random spot and start looking, because I am curious. Yeet. I'm going to check out the university. There, in that direction. Also, another reason why the internet might be a bit slow is just a reminder, I do have a couple of roommates, a couple of people that I live with. They obviously have their own lives and things to do, so they are also using the Wi-Fi that is totally theirs. So, yeah. Hey, there's the numbers. Cool. I'm not even going to try to translate that in my head. I'm going to use Google Lens. It's definitely not translating correctly, or at least it's translating in a really weird way. Basically, without free speech, there is no universal democracy, I guess. That's what it says. Anyway, I should go to the next one. So this one, I do want to give a heads up. We are going to be looking at a couple of beaches. There will be people in swimsuits. There will likely also be girls in bikinis. Just a heads up. In the Copacabana. I don't actually know that song. I've just listened to Smosh one time. Ew. Oh my god! I've always wondered how they make these, because there's no way that there's no way they're just using, like, is that a Chrysler Redeemer statue made of stone? Excuse me? Like, I refuse. What was I even saying? Right. There's no way that that's just sand and, like, a pail and, like, shovel and, like, the, molds. That, there has to be way more to that. Alright, this work depends on your contribution. Just gonna linger on that for a second. Now this is definitely a say cheese moment. So, why did I pick Copacabana Beach? Gee, I don't know. Maybe because they actually have a history, which is, like, kind of cool. Look at this dude with this power stance. But, yeah. So, in the 19th century, the only group of people that lived in Copacabana Beach specifically were just fishermen and their families. It was originally called a completely different name. I am going to try to pronounce this. I believe it's pronounced Sakopanapa. Sakopanapa. I think it's pronounced that way. It was only called that until the construction of Our Lady of Copacabana Church, in which case it was renamed Copacabana after the church. But the actual city of Rio, originally there really wasn't an easy way to get to the city, because there was like a whole mountain in the way. Like here. But in 1892, the Rio government built a tunnel, which is now called Túnel a la Plata, which I'm going to see if I can find that. I think it's this one. Yeah. This tunnel. Right here. That's an entirely man-made tunnel. Now I want to look inside. It's dark. What was I expecting? Ew, skylights. Anyway, I want to go back to the beach because that was cool. Actually, no. Let's just... Everybody's expecting me to go to the beach. I'm gonna go somewhere different for a minute. Okay. Okay. I haven't watched Family Guy in like 5 years. Actually, I don't think I've ever actually watched it. I've like watched clips on YouTube. Just cause like, I don't know. Family Guy is, I guess, funny, but it just gets annoying after a while. Family Guy should start a YouTube channel. I'd subscribe to that. Which reminds me, subscribe to me on YouTube. Learning Accumulation on YouTube. Also on TikTok and Facebook. Follow me. I also have an Instagram, but I've posted to it a total of 1 time. Because apparently with Instagram, you can only post with the picture, but the only pictures I post are with short stories. But all my short stories are too long for Instagram, so if you're curious why I don't post to Instagram, I just can't post my short stories, so there's nothing else for me to post on it. This has some weird, this is a weird looking street. Let's go here. Ah, it doesn't go over here. Let's go here anyway. That's a lot of glass. I wonder if this is a hotel or like a condo area. What? Am I just in a person's house? I'm just in a person's house. Why? Also, Twitch, he was not naked, he was definitely wearing shorts. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Oh, they're so happy. Ice cream! I didn't notice the ice cream. With ice cream. Let's check out McDonald's, because why not? I'm curious what Brazilian McDonald's looks like. Where is it? I would promise McDonald's. Where is McDonald's? Aw. Permanently closed. That's unfortunate. Aw. Well, this was disappointing. Went to go to McDonald's and see two businesses that are permanently out of business. Sounds about right, to be honest. What's this? It's a theater. Ah. That's not theater. Nope. This is definitely the theater. There's a lot of green over here. I want to see if I can get like a peek. What is this? Water! Let's go to the water. It's water! It's foam. It's a person? This water specifically just reminds me of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Just the chocolate river. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, looking down from here, I would definitely love to go parachuting all the way down and just land in the water. It'd probably be very dangerous, but probably worth it. Emphasis on probably. Is that a cactus? That's definitely a cactus. That's a cute little entrance. This is probably also a like car entrance, but like whenever I saw that, I thought it was just a door entrance. Just like, but why would you need it to be that huge? Here, that's definitely a cactus. Also, if you can afford a house this big, you're definitely gonna want your own parking, and that's not on the street, especially a street as small as this. I love cobblestone streets. They're just pretty to look at. Especially when you get a view like this. Like, dang. Now, this is some good architecture. I thought the door was purple. It looks purple because of the sun glare. Sun glare, whatever it's called. I'm tired. Today's been a long day. So it's been roughly an hour. I am going to take a quick break. I will be back here in just a few minutes. So feel free to just sit back, listen to the music. It's from a YouTube channel called where'd it go? Called White Fat Audio. So they're really good. They make a lot of really good background music. But yeah, I will be back here in a few minutes. And I am back. Welcome back. I just had to do a couple quick things. Just had to sit down for a couple minutes. I'm currently using a kind of standing desk, so I just need to sit down for a couple minutes. But that's it. Let's go to a new beach. Called Mykana. Right down here. I'll go to this McDonald's. The last one that we tried to do was a bit of a failure. I kind of want to see McDonald's now. I am now on a quest to see McDonald's. McDonald's! What is this? Oh, it's a bus. Are you kidding me? There's a bus in front of McDonald's. Oh, this is rude. Okay, I will see a McDonald's by the end of this stream. I am not ending this stream till I find a goddamn McDonald's. But first, it's beach time. Red flag. That reminds me. So what Mykana means in Indian, it's a word meaning bad or dangerous waters. So you're not really supposed to swim in these kind of waters. It's also one of the most expensive places in the world to live. Just living there. There's also a beach that's really close by that we're not going to go to. But yeah, it's another famous beach, but I'm not going to go to it for Twitch reasons. For I don't want to get in trouble reasons. I want to see what's up here. I want to see if I can go onto this island. Nope. But we can go into the water. This dude doing the moonwalk. Yeah, that was really the only thing about Panama Beach. Yeah. I'm also very hesitant to actually go into this beach itself, so I'm gonna go over here to whatever this is. You know, if you look at this, like, can I change the orientation? Probably, but I don't know how. But it looks kind of like, if you look at it sideways, it looks like a bird. I don't know what kind of bird. It just looks like a bird to me. That told me nothing. Let's see the satellite. Now it just looks like an 8. Okay, let me know in the chat. Would you prefer to see the map as satellite view, as this view, or would you prefer to see the default view? So, let me know in chat what your thoughts are. Because satellite looks cooler, but there's like a lot more to look at. I'm gonna switch to this for now. Let me know your opinions in the chat. It does also seem to be going a little bit slower, because there's just so much more to load suddenly. messing with my settings. Imagine going to a beach and there's like cactus. There's a lot of cacti right there. I mean, obviously you probably don't want to go swimming off this beach, but like, come on. Should probably go to the next place that I find. Alright, so this one's gonna be a much smaller thing. And I don't even know if we'll actually be able to see it. Maybe. Here they are. The pretty steps that are in every Hollywood movie that's ever gone to Rio. So, the artist who made all of this, like, all of this, his name is Jorge Salarón. He was a Chilean artist who designed the stairs, and the neighborhood is called the Lapa neighborhood, L-A-P-A. In total, there are 215 steps. I think that there's also definitely more down here. Yeah. Oh, that. And even though the stairs themselves are famous, the area around it is even more famous because of its like nightlife. Because there's like 1,000, not literally. There's a lot of bars and restaurants. Which I kind of want to see if I can see a few of them. I have some other fun facts about this, but I don't know where they went. But I don't know where I put it. But the guy who built this, he ran out of the tiles a lot, so he kind of just had to stop a few times to just go back to his regular job. And like a lot of the tiles that he got, they were just donated to him, like literally from people around the world. That's a cool looking artwork. I imagine this place looks a little bit better at night, when like everything's lit up. That's also how most neighborhoods are. Pretty. But yeah, it was mainly the steps in this area that I wanted to show off. Like, look how pretty they are. What is that one? Is that out of the stairs? So, one more major art place that I want to show off that is not actually meant to be art. Well, it kind of is. Give me a second. Yeah, lots of pictures. Here we go. So in this railway station, there is artwork all over the place, like everywhere, and it's almost entirely tile work. And it was this this area, the Sao Bento area. It was named after a Benedictine monastery that was built, that was from the 16th century. But all the like tile work and all of this stuff that you can see, and all this really cool, I don't know what else to say other than stuff. It was designed by the architect named Jose Marques da Silva. But rumor has it, the very first tile that was laid was by King Carlos I, king of Brazil. Or I don't think it. Hold on. I don't think it was Brazil. It was just like the reigning people at the time. I want to see some trains. Show me some trains. Here's some trains. So the actual placing of the tiles themselves, that would happen between 1905 to 1916. So, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Over here. Ooh, let's check out the ATM. Let's see if we can get somebody's credit card information. Imagine if you could hack an ATM machine just by using Google Maps. Here's a quality picture. Look at that. This picture is so real that sometimes I just kind of take a step forward because I'm just expecting to be able to go forward. Just a second to change something. So there's one more thing that I have dedicated to go to, and depending on the pictures, this is either going to be very cool or very sad. There is the Mykana football stadium. Here it is. It was named after the close by river. I think it's why though. I don't remember where it was. But this football stadium, it was used in two major places. It was used in the 2016 Rio Olympics, and then also in the FIFA World Cup all the way back in 1950. It's really cool. But the reason why it could have been either really sad or really cool really cool because it's the picture they're taking around the time of the Olympics and they look great. But when it's not in use, it kind of just is there. In total, it can seat 78,000 people. So, that's people. Also, this is your first-person view of what it's like to be a soccer player. And imagine trying to run all the way down that area and all the way back. Like, yikes. All while other people are trying to beat you up just for a ball? Nah. I'm good. But originally construction began in 1948. But it wasn't actually finished in time for the World Cup in 1950, but they just used it anyway. Because they didn't really have anything else that they could use. But also, occasionally they are able to host concerts. Because, you know, gotta make that money. And there are some famous people like Kiss, Tina Turner, Paul McCartney, Sting, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones. And they all performed here. Along with, like, other people. Those were, like, the most famous ones. Let's see if I can get, like, a view from the seats. There we go. Here's a picture of people. This is 2014, so I think this is just, like, a local game. Definitely not local, like, small time, but, like, I don't know what this is. What game this would be. Because the Olympics were in 2016, so I don't know. Whatever. Not important. So I am going to call the stream a little bit early. Like I said before, I do have a basically standing desk. I can't really sit at it just yet. I haven't really. I'm still working with it. So I am going to call it here. So I do want to still do the big announcement that I am happy to announce. It won't be ready for a couple of weeks though. So just to let y'all know what's going on. But the short stories that I've been writing on my Facebook page, I understand that not everybody has time to just read through them. So what I'm going to start doing here in a couple of weeks is that I'll be recording audio for the short stories. I'll be reading them. There won't be any background, so it'll be any background music. So it'll basically be kind of like an audiobook. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for like the background picture, but we will see. So yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas of where you want me to go next. Next week we are going to be going to, what was it? I don't remember. I'll post them. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Canada. I'm not going to say where in Canada just yet, but yeah, next week we are going to be going to Canada. So yeah, comment on my Facebook page. Let me know if you have any ideas of where you want me to go next. Also in the chat, let me know if there's any place in particular you want me to go. But I will see you all next week.